Quick, leave a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds if you guys are hyped to defeat the final boss in Fortnite. Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video here on my channel. So despite us thinking the monster would reveal itself upon breaking out, this is not the case. It's broken out, freeing itself and destroying the ice castle as expected, as well as this peak point of the iceberg, but left a trail behind indicating it visited the water's edge. Many players are disappointed and disheartened by this, considering they thought this was going to be the big live event, the breakout of this monster, upon knowing of its existence or its inhabitants with the showcase or reveal of this eye. And if this applies to you, then don't worry, things have only got juicier in the world of Fortnite, especially for Season 9 and the live event of which is going to take place within a particular LTM. That's right, you read the title and everything completely correct. We're going to be going over in today's video the particular LTM that will not only reveal the monster but let us actually team up and defeat it together. Despite Epic Games being very cryptic until now on how this event was going to develop ever since the implementation of the eye, tons of things have been revealed, as well as event clips in the game's files that I'm going to be going over and showing you guys in today's video. So if you want to know everything about what's going to be happening towards or progressing into the end of this event, then make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video. Also, very quickly, I'd just like to disclaim that it's been brought to my attention that 60% of you guys watching the videos on my channel actually aren't a subscriber. So if this applies to you, take 1 second out of your day right now to make mine and hit the big red button if you haven't already, and whilst you're at it, turn on the post notification bell to get updated or notified as soon as I upload a new video, especially regarding this Season 9 live event. I'm also currently running right now on the channel until June 20th, 2019, a free 2,800 V-Bucks giveaway. Here's how you guys can enter for a chance to win. All you need to do is leave a like in this video down below, subscribe to the channel with post notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload when I upload whatever I upload, and actively use my creator code on screen right now, code friendly machine in the item shop. Make sure you check in every 2 weeks to see if it's reset automatically and re-enter it, and this will remain this code on screen in the top left hand corner of the video throughout its full duration in case you guys happen to forget it at any point. Anyways, with all that said now and out of the way, let's get into a very short recap of how we've reached this point of Polar Peak's demise. So firstly, towards the end of Season 8, we saw the volcanic eruption occur during the live Nexus event for the allocated season, striking particularly relevant here Polar Peak. In Polar Peak's start, we saw this entranceway that seemingly was going to or expected to be opened like a cave, which later implemented had an eye sprout out almost to the surface and letting players nearly touch it. Whatever creature this eye belonged to has now escaped and completely taken Polar Peak's castle down with it upon breaking out, fled into the water's edge region of Snobby Shores. This factor, also the direction of the footprints leading to the water's edge near Snobby Shores, will be very important and remain relevant throughout this full video. Let's firstly recap on how we know also that this creature is going to be an enemy to players in the Battle Royale realm. Well, firstly, we saw the head textures files revealing not only is this creature, something that we're going to be seeing because it has a full head to be revealed, but the fact it's an enemy. Upon the most recent update launching, we got a sneak peek or very distinct look at what this creature's head will look like in one of the weekly loading screens, of which data miners pulled out from the game's files or coding. Here you can see it right now in the top left hand corner of the screen behind some fog or mist in a very unnoticeable or subtle manner, almost as if this creature or monster, whatever it is hiding. The vibe of this portrayed in this weekly loading screen directly correlates to what we see in the game right now, a fledded monster ultimately going to the nearest exit of the Fortnite Battle Royale realm, the water's edge. It's clear this creature didn't want to be seen or found or noted of being spotted in this world we call Fortnite. We know, however, thanks to Donald Mustard over on Twitter, a director for Fortnite or Epic Games who is very high up and indicates a lot of live events, that this creature is not gone, only roaming around in the water outside of the Fortnite island. This means that we're not only going to be seeing a revisit of this creature or monster, but I'm now going to explain and tell you guys and show you guys also that we'll be able to team up and defeat this creature together as teammates in an LTM that's going to be implemented just for this Season 9 live event. Here is the coding on screen right now and description of the upcoming MASH LTM. The description of this LTM states the following: Fortnite fiends are back on the island and angrier than ever. Fight alongside your teammates to rack up your score by finding hidden score multipliers, opening special loot chests, and eliminating as many monsters as you can. Traverse across the map, survive all the defend locations, and take down the final boss to win. Can you make it all the way to the end and set a new high score? Ready up and find out. Now it's very clear of everything indicated and portrayed about this monster being a giant huge thing that ultimately could wipe out anything it wanted to, and the files also showcasing originally that it will be an enemy, that this monster in mention is also the final boss we're going to defeat in this new LTM. Also, as of today, new implemented files for the first time in a long time include effects affecting the water on the outskirts of the Battle Royale realm, ultimately surrounding the island, which means that this monster hiding underneath this water's surface will eventually make an appearance. Here is further proof on screen right now, provided by fortnite over on Twitter, with the files actually named up and down, implying that this creature is going to be bobbing up and down, maybe even visible before the event starts, of the water on the outskirts of Fortnite's island. Also, thanks to fortnite working his magic, who will also be linked in the video description down below, so make sure you're checking him out as a reliable leaker and source for new upcoming events. We have a water raid event that will be occurring or expected to be visible in the next few days, happening in the water. Here it is. Many of you may be wondering, considering this is going to unfold in the water, as to why this unfolded in the sky in this leaked video clip. Well, considering that word there, leak, considering this is a leak pulled from the game's files and implemented early to the game, it cannot always be identically replicated to what we will once see upon it being implemented into the game for us to witness live. I believe subtle events or subtle live event changes will be taking place in the Battle Royale realm until the implementation of this MASH LTM, where we can defeat this final boss monster. The reason for this being is because they went down the exact same path with Season 8 until the live event occurred, of which we needed to go into the involved playlist implemented for that live event only to witness. Instead of waves growing more ferocious by the day until the event happening, the live event build-up in Season 8 consisted, if you remember, of the runes moving around the map, eventually making their way to Loot Lake to charge this vault in order to open the door. If you remember correctly, this was long before the unvaulted playlist was implemented, for the time of which we could attend this live event, because these were lead-ups and didn't need to be exclusive to a certain playlist. With that said, this means that any time from now anyways, on the outskirts of the map, looking into the water, you may see these ripple or water raids called in the game's files occurring, because these do not need a specific LTM implemented upon us actually launching in order to activate, if that makes sense, because the live event boss fight or the final boss in this MASH LTM will be the only factor or asset exclusive to this particular implemented LTM or mode. Also, what everybody has to consider watching this video right now is the fact that live event build-ups typically take between a week or two to actually end, obviously resulting in the final formation of this event unfolding, the live event for the allocated season, in this particular case Season 9. Maybe perhaps these water ripples or raids occurring around the map momentarily until a big moment where something actually happens is just preparation or build up for the event and positioning of this monster to eventually attack our Fortnite island. In terms of how this MASH LTM will work upon its implementation, I believe, yes, this LTM will include these ferocious fiends, obviously the zombie-based monsters that spawn in around the island that we've seen previously, but the description also goes on to state about the final boss, which may lead players to believe that every time we enter this playlist or this particular mode, we will need to, as an objective, defeat this final monster, and we can do this multiple times. What I believe in this LTM will be occurring is one set time on one set day, a monster will appear, and obviously that will then sway the objective of this particular mode, considering it's a live event, to defeating this creature one time only, as we've previously seen with Fortnite live events occurring one time only, visible or witnessable every season. If you are one of the elite viewers who happen to make it up until this point in the video, then please let me know in the comment section by commenting #fullvid. Also, congratulations, you successfully know everything there is to know regarding this Polar Peak live event or the monster final boss fight until now. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you're leaving a like on it down below, or if you want to keep referring back to it, the liked playlist is a great place to store videos that you want to make reference back to if you didn't perhaps soak up all the information. Also, make sure if you're not subscribed to the channel already that you're hitting the big red button, because by now you guys probably already know from seeing these videos in your recommended or homepage so many times that YouTube wants you to watch them or that you're interested in them. So to complement that interest, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. It would be highly appreciated and also help you out a lot. Hopefully I can recognise you guys from staying active in my future videos in the comment section, and I'm out. Have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching. Have a good one, take it easy, and as always, peace.